Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a makeup review on two foundation colors or products that I have in my collection, and they're going to be the L'Oreal True Match and they're going to be the CoverGirl Queen collection. So if you'd like to see my review on both products and my recommendations, stay tuned. Bye. Okay guys, so we're back, and today I'm going to talk about 5 things that I really wanted to do a review on for each product. And those things were the longevity of each product, the price of each product, the quality of each product, the coverage of each product, and the blendability of each product. So let's get started. Okay guys, so concerning the longevity of each product, I would say that L'Oreal won in that category because it did last a little bit longer than the CoverGirl. My L'Oreal True Match did last for about 12 hours, and my CoverGirl lasts for about, I would say, 8 to 9 hours. I noticed after, I would say 9 hours, just to be safe. I noticed that I was starting to get very greasy or oily in my T-zone, and I had to go and reapply. Now with my True Match, I was home taking off my shoes before I realized, oh, it's 12 hours and my makeup still looked fresh. I didn't have to go and put any blotting sheets on my face or any powder or anything to retouch the makeup. So I would say for longevity, the True Match definitely won. Now for the price. This is my favorite category because you know I love a great deal. But the CoverGirl actually won this category. CoverGirl, I actually bought both products from CVS, and at CVS the CoverGirl was retailed for $8.99 without my coupons. You know I had coupons for everything, but without my coupons it was $8.99, and the True Match was retailed for $11.99. So in the price category, the CoverGirl won. CoverGirl was again $8.99. Now as far as quality of each foundation, I would definitely have to say that both products had really good quality. I didn't have a problem with any skin irritation or any breakouts from the foundation. I would definitely say that the products are definitely well made. However, I do believe that one of the products definitely outweighed the other as far as quality. Now of course this is my opinion, but again, I think that the CoverGirl quality foundation had a better quality, only because I felt as though once I applied that foundation, my skin tended to be a little more matte, and versus the L'Oreal True Match, I did notice that I was a little bit more oily after I applied that foundation. So I would say as far as quality, I would say the CoverGirl definitely won. Now as far as coverage, I would say that the CoverGirl wins again because I didn't have to apply as much product to get a smooth finish. The True Match, I had to apply a little more foundation when I got to my acne blemishes around my cheeks, and I have a couple little blemishes here and there, but I had to apply more of the foundation and a little bit of concealer in certain spots just to make sure that my face had a smooth finish. Versus the CoverGirl, I just had to take my foundation brush and just apply all over, and I noticed that my face was definitely a lot smoother. It had a nice better finish, and I didn't have to apply as much product as I did with the L'Oreal True Match. So for coverage, the CoverGirl definitely won that category. Okay, so for the blendability of each product. Now I typically, when I'm doing my normal foundation routine in the morning, I always tend to apply 2 foundations. I just like to mix and match different foundations to see what type of coverage I'm going to get, how it feels on my skin. Do I like that foundation alone, or do I like it to be mixed with something else? So what I did first, I took each foundation and I mixed them with my MAC foundation. Let me see what number that is. I'm actually NC50 in the Pro Longwear foundation. So I typically take that foundation and I just mix and match with whatever I have. But for the sake of this video, I took my CoverGirl and MAC, and I took my L'Oreal and I took my MAC. And each day I would take half and half, maybe about a pump or a squeeze depending on the applicator, but just a pump of each, and I would mix them, and then I would apply it all over my face to see what type of coverage I would get. So with both products, when I mixed those with MAC, I had tremendous coverage. MAC by itself is just great, but I just like to, sometimes for me, it depends on the season, but MAC seems to give me like this orangey reddish tint. It really warms my skin up, and I am lighter complexion, so I like to kind of neutralize a little bit of that red. So with the L'Oreal, I actually bought Cool. Now neutral and red, of course, sometimes ash will neutralize red. I'm sorry, I don't want to get too technical. But anyway, I took MAC, I took L'Oreal, mixed them, okay? Now, the L'Oreal, because it is a cool, it neutralized the warm tones in my skin, okay? Now, I would definitely say, as far as blendability of each product, the True Match won hands down. I was able to mix this with my MAC. I was able to mix this with other foundations in my collection, which was the Bobbi Brown. I also have Urban Decay. I have a lot of different foundations in my collection, and I was able to mix True Match with almost all of them and got superb results. Now, not to say that the CoverGirl didn't blend as well, but the True Match, hands down, I mean, it didn't matter what I put this stuff with. I could have put this stuff with concealer or eyeshadow. This stuff is really made to blend. So for the blendability of both products, the True Match or the L'Oreal won hands down. Okay guys, so for my final recommendations on each product, I decided to put them in two categories. I would definitely say that if you're doing a everyday, I'm going to work, I'm going to school, I don't want to get too fussy with my makeup routine in the morning, I would definitely say that the L'Oreal True Match is your better foundation, because it didn't give what I would consider the makeup face once I was done applying, and I didn't feel as though you needed to really blend that foundation out or you need to smooth it out. I mean, it applied fairly easy. 2 seconds, I was out the door. You can apply that with a sponge, and it didn't give you any creases, and it was just, I just think that that's a better everyday foundation. Now, as far as going out to an event or to a cocktail party, or you're having a business meeting at work, I would definitely say that the CoverGirl is definitely your better foundation, because it gave a better coverage. It did give me a little hint of warmness to my skin, and sometimes in the morning you kind of wake up and you're tired, or you just don't have any color to your skin, and I just felt as though that the True Match gave me the awake face. So yeah, so as far as those two things are concerned, I would definitely say for everyday look, True Match. If you need a little more coverage, or you just want to have a little more makeup or a little more color to your skin, definitely use the CoverGirl. Now, my personal recommendation, or the one that I think is the better foundation, happens to be the CoverGirl. Now, like I said, both products are great. Please don't think that I don't like the L'Oreal, because I do, and I will continue to use that. But I just think, for me personally, I like to have a very smooth finish. I like to have a little more oomph to my skin, and I feel as though the CoverGirl Queen Collection definitely gave that to me. I didn't have a problem with my blemishes showing. I didn't have to apply any pressed powder to set that foundation. It went on smoothly. And I actually, another thing that I didn't mention when I talked about the product was the applicator. And I'm sorry that, yeah, I do use this, but I was able to use less product with that applicator versus the True Match applicator, because the True Match happens to have a hole. So it actually, yeah, I actually like the applicator, so I was able to use less product than the True Match, and I didn't need to use as much product as I did with the True Match. Okay guys, so the results are in on my L'Oreal versus CoverGirl products or foundation, and I will say that the CoverGirl won. CoverGirl definitely won for me, because I thought it gave me a better coverage. I thought that it felt so much better on my skin versus the L'Oreal, and I mean, I really did like the product. I like that it was creamy. I like that it had a hinge of warmth to that foundation versus the L'Oreal. The L'Oreal that I actually picked up was cool. So of course you can get the L'Oreal warm, but I actually purchased in cool. So in that instance, the warmthness of the CoverGirl definitely won for me, and I felt as though I didn't have to use as much product to get the look that I was looking for versus the True Match. I was able to get a good coverage with the L'Oreal True Match. However, I had to use a lot of product to get that versus the CoverGirl, which I just gave one little squeeze and I blended it out all over my face and my neck, and I just had flawless coverage. And it was almost to the point where people didn't know I had on makeup, and they were like, oh, you have such beautiful skin. And I'm like, girl, if you only knew, acne and blemishes and bye. So I just felt as though the CoverGirl gave me so much better coverage than the L'Oreal, and that is my review of each product. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the review of each product, and you go out and you experiment with the products and see which ones you like. You might like them for different reasons, you might dislike them for different reasons. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more. See you guys.